Hi guys, Darth Deuces here with another action figure review, and today we're taking a look at a couple of different figures from what I normally look at. We've got the Mezco Toys Mortal Kombat X, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion figures. Back whenever Mortal Kombat X came out, I can't remember when it was, I think it was like 2015 or something like that. Mezco, they got the license to do a Mortal Kombat X figures, and they did a whole line of figures. There's Quan Chi, there's Katana, there's Kotal Khan, there might be a few others. I think there's a Raiden. And a lot of those figures had different variations as well, or variants. And so these two, I found these guys at a local comic book store for a pretty good price. And I'm a pretty big fan of the designs from Mortal Kombat X, and I've always been kind of interested in these figures. They've intrigued me, I guess you could say. So whenever I got the chance to pick them up, if I get them a good deal, I pick them up, and I did. So I got them in the packaging here. I don't usually take a look at figures in the packaging, but I figured because I have these in the packaging and they're older figures, they'd be interesting to take a look. So they're pretty much the same, except for one says Sub-Zero, one says Scorpion. I'll take a look at Sub-Zero's. He's in a little bit better condition. It's kind of cool. The backdrop, or the card back, is shaped kind of like an hourglass. It actually kind of looks like the Green Lantern battery, which is kind of funny. In the background there, you've got the dragon logo for Mortal Kombat, and it's also raised in relief in the plastic itself. The logo's on there. You might not be able to tell on camera, but it is there. You've got Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat X. And on the back there, you got an image of the figure stylized there. And you get a little bit of a read up there. If you want to take a look at that and read that, go for it. And it shows you what he comes with. So pretty cool packaging. You know, it's pretty appealing looking. Scorpion's here. Similar thing, you get an image of the figure, what he comes with. And a bit of a read up there. That's pretty much it for the packaging. I'm going to crack these guys open and we'll take a close look at the actual figures. Alright, I got Scorpion and Sub-Zero out of the packaging, and these figures are honestly really cool. They are really impressive. I don't know what these guys originally retailed for. I'm assuming it was around the $20 mark or whatever. Whatever it retailed for, I think there's a pretty good value for money there when they originally came out. You get a decent amount of accessories. The sculpting and painting is really good, and the articulation is serviceable. They're not super articulated. You're not going to be able to get crazy poses out of them, which a lot of people might want, because these are the ninjas. They're supposed to be acrobatic, doing a decent amount of ninja poses and all that. You're not going to get that out of these figures. But if you just don't mind doing just some, standard posing, the articulation will probably be more than sufficient for you. And I'll go through that. But yeah, very cool figures. Take a look at Scorpion first. And Scorpion looks really cool. He's got his hood going on there with the whited out eyes. And the mask there. The mask is yellow and actually has a bit of gold there. It's really cool. One thing you can do is you can actually remove the mask and show off his face there, and it's painted. They've painted the lips, which is really cool. Now this isn't accurate to the game. In the game, he's got a beard going on, but Scorpion has been he's been clean shaven before, so it doesn't bother me too much. And I'm going to display on the mask anyways. Now I don't know if it's just my copy, but on the mask sticks on there pretty loosely. Like if I'm articulating the head, it's gonna fall off if I'm not holding on to it. So be mindful of that. But you got the rest of the costume, which looks really good. There's a lot of nice sculpted detail there to bring out the details of the clothing, the bits of gear and all that. The buckles and straps, you got all these buckles that are painted, which is really nice. He's a little more simplistic in design compared to Sub-Zero there, but he still looks really good. Some nice brown washes and whatnot to make him look a bit dirtied up, bring out the details. It looks really good. And I like the proportions as well. Proportionally, I think he looks pretty solid. Taking a closer look at Sub-Zero here. Again, very good head sculpt. He's got the whited out eyes. The mask looks really good. He's got straps over the head there, and then you've got the little flaps or bands or whatever, which look really good. I like how the suit, it's similar to Scorpion's, but it looks like it's a bit more insulated for the cold theme, which is very cool. He's got some sculpted knives sheathed on the front there, which looks great. Got the Lin Kuei logo there on there. Looking good. He's got more knives on his forearms on both sides. Got the lower part of the robes going on. The pants. Some shin armor. Going all the way down to the boots. More sculpted straps with painted buckles. Looks really great. These are really good looking figures. And again, proportionally, I think he looks awesome as well. I don't have too many issues there. Posability wise, like I said, they're not bad. They're not great. I wouldn't say they're great, but they're not bad. I'm just going to go over one figure because they're both basically the same. But you get a ball joint at the neck there, and you can, do what you want. You can pivot, rotate a bit of up and down. It's pretty good, actually. Get ball hinges at the shoulders and go up around there. You rotate, but because they both have robes, kind of go this way. When they rotate up, they kind of move outwards a bit. But you can still get him with his arms down to his side, which is good. Single hinge at the elbow, which moves just shy of 90, and you also get rotation there. And you have rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge in and out. I would have liked the up and down hinges for these guys because they're wielding like hammers and swords and shit. The up and down doesn't make a whole lot of sense for the gripping hands. Oh, there's actually a ball joint at the waist. I did not know that. So there's a little bit of pivot, rotation, not much ab crunch. Hips go out decently. Kick out a fair bit. Not all the way, but a fair bit. Go back just a little bit. There's a bit of a... Oh, there actually is a whole... Oh, man, there's a whole thigh swivel there. I actually did not notice that. It was a little bit stuck there, but it is there. Single hinges at the knees are probably some of the most disappointing. They don't bend very far. They do rotate there, though. And then you have a bit of a joint in the ankle. It goes up and down just a little bit, and you do get a bit of pivot. So these are decently articulated. Sub-Zero is very similar. I think he's a little more limited, but aside from that, they're pretty, decently articulated. They're not crazy. You're not getting crazy poses. If you want to do crazy poses, you're going to have to get the Storm collectibles. But if you can get these for a good price, not bad articulation, especially considering the price point they were originally at. Now, in terms of accessories, these guys come with some cool stuff. Both figures come with a pair of gripping hands and a pair of open hands. Sub-Zero comes in the packaging with his open hands, and Scorpion with his gripping hands. I will swap one out because of the other accessories. With Scorpion, you get 2 of his chain spear, whatever you want to call these accessories. They're sculpted really nicely, just in a silver paint or plastic. And they have a loop at the end for what I'm assuming is the wrist joint. So you can unplug one of his wrists. That plugged out pretty easily, but it was still secure, so that's really good. And just showing you here, you put that, work that through the... Okay, that's going to be a little harder than I thought. Alright, so I gotta pause it for a second there. You can get it on. It's a bit more of a chore than I'd like it to be, and actually is scraping off a bit of that. I don't know if it's scraping off a bit of the plastic, the paint on the joint. That's not a big deal, because that's not going to be seen. And you can just insert there, and it goes, it looks like the chain is then coming out of his wrist gauntlet, and it makes it look, his mask is screwed up, but then you get like that. That looks really cool. And because this is made of a pretty stiff, sturdy plastic, and because it's not too long, it shouldn't droop down. One of the problems I have with the McFarlane Scorpion is it's long, and the knife bit is kind of heavy. It droops down, but this I don't think will droop down. And I like how it spirals out. That's really cool, man. I like that a lot. With Scorpion, you also get 2 swords. They are sculpted pretty nicely. You got silver paint for the blades, brown for the grip, and gray for the guard. And these are pretty cool. He has the gripping hands for them. Don't know how much of a chore it is to get it in his hands. His hands have look like they got a bit of a tight grip, but you can, he just pops his hand out. You can actually stretch. His hands are pretty pliable, so that's good. So you can stretch the hand out, get him holding the sword, and that is cool. Again, I wish there was an up and down joint for that. That's pretty cool. You can get him holding the sword, doing whatever you want to do with it. There is no real storage for the swords. He does have this little random hook on his side there, so I was thinking you can do something with that. And you can kind of wedge the blade like that. That kind of works. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but you can kind of get him sheathing a sword on his hip. And there's also space here, so you might be able to kind of do something that maybe wasn't intentional, but you can get the weapon on there. So that's cool. And that's everything that comes with Scorpion. Now for Sub-Zero, you have his open hands, which, you know, you can make him look like he's doing ninja attacks or doing his cryomancy or whatever. He does also come with his own gripping hands, and I'll swap one of those out. It's very easy to do. I really like that. That's very easy to do, but they're still relatively secure in there. That's great. You also get 2 ice weapons. You get this hammer, which looks very cool. It's got a nice effect to it, making it look like ice with this translucent light blue. It looks really cool. One thing is that his open right hand has a hole in it, which I assume is, I think one of the all variants of this figure has an ice ball. I'm assuming it's for holding an ice ball or ice effect or something with one of the variants, and it just held over to the standard release. But something you can do is the hammer actually fits into the hole. So maybe, well, kind of fits into the hole. I don't know how. Yeah, you can fit the hammer into the hole. So if you want to make it look like he's maybe summoning this hammer, kind of creating the hammer, that's something you can do. I don't know if that was intentional, but it's something you can do. And you can also grip the hammer, of course. You can hold that. And it looks pretty cool. It's a little small, but it's cool. I like it. It also comes with an ice sword, which is a very small sword. It's like a short sword. These spikes here at the guard are actually really sharp, so you're going to want to be careful with that. That also goes into the hand. You know, looks pretty good for what it is. And that's all the accessories that come with Sub-Zero. So they come with some pretty cool stuff. I like alternate hands. I like weapons. Very cool. Now, lastly, before I end off here, I'm going to do a couple quick comparisons. So here's the standard 6-inch. Well, maybe not standard. He's a little bigger than 6 inches, but here's a 6-inch Marvel Legends. This is just because I have them on hand. This is the War Machine. I'll put them beside Sub-Zero here. And he is bigger than these two, but one Marvel Legends I find skews a little large. And also it's a War Machine. He's a bulky armor with a dude inside. So I think this works, you know. And then another quick comparison. Here he is with they are with the McFarlane counterparts. I'll do Sub-Zero first. Got the Mezco Sub-Zero, and then we've got the McFarlane. Obviously they're 2 different scales, so they don't work together. I do prefer the Mezco's look. The articulation's a little better on the McFarlane, but it's not so much where I think that the McFarlane has a huge advantage. And in terms of accessories, they're about the same. It would have been nice for the McFarlane to come with alternate hands, but he comes with his axes and the little fatality piece. So, you know, I do prefer this figure just because I like this look better, and I like the weapons on this one a little better as well. Also, just a more solid figure. Put him off the side, and then quickly, Scorpion here with, put that down. Scorpion with Scorpion. This one is much better. It just moves a bit nicer. Has a way better spear accessories. The swords, I think, are nicer. They look nicer. Again, articulation, I can't really. They're both kind of close to the same. He has a bit better elbow articulation, but that's about it. Again, I think I like the Mezco one better. I don't hate these figures. The McFarlane Ninjas, I think they get a little too much flack. I don't think they're as bad as a lot of people say they are, but they're still not the pinnacle stuff that you can get out there. Anyways, overall, these are really cool figures. I'm really happy I found these guys. They're very nice looking. I like the Mortal Kombat X design. They come with cool accessories, serviceable articulation, and they look great. If you can find these guys for a decent price, I wouldn't overpay for them, like wouldn't pay a crazy price for them, but you can find these guys for a good price, I highly recommend picking them up if you're a Mortal Kombat fan. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Instagram is in my description, where I post pictures of recent pickups, toy photography, etc., etc. Subscribe if you want to see mediocre content. And I will see you all in the next video.